Or a statue of one, anyway.
Well, it's considerably smaller.
Welcome to Faro Automated Solutions, where all the problems of tomorrow are being solved today.
Yeah, here we go.
With over 25,000 human employees based in nations and corporate holdings across the globe, Faro leads the world in every sector of self-sustaining, fully automated technology. From revolutionary consumer products close to home, like the Faro Focus,
Hey, I got
to
one.
the dynamic chariot line of peacekeeping robots halting bloodshed in conflict zones across the globe, Faro remains committed to making the future smarter, brighter, safer, and always surprising. Faro Automated Solutions. For every problem of life, a smart solution.
So
Ah.
they made the Focus. 25,000 people? That's bigger than a tribe. So they made machines and devices. I guess those things were common in their world.
Yeah, okay. And this thing's called the Chariot is the real name. Does this just do the same spiel? Or does something else happen?
Welcome to Faro Automated
Ah, it's the same
Solutions,
spiel.
where all-
Okay, good. Sorry. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is a statue. It's quite smaller in scale than the actual chariot we fought. And I assume this is a chariot, then. Because obviously, you wouldn't call it a freaking Deathbringer. Especially if it's supposed to be a peacekeeping robot. Like, okay, I can maybe see if it was straight up military. You know, if it was branded as, like, you know, as a military tool, I could maybe see Deathbringer. Well, that's a little aggressive even for, like, militaries. But, like, you know, if it's supposed to be, quote-unquote, a peacekeeping robot, Deathbringer is a little off message. Chariot sounds much more palatable. Yeah, okay. So that's why they're digging them up here. Ooh, a bio about Elizabeth Sobeck and Ted... Where did I get these from? Guess I just analyzed these from somewhere? Was I supposed to get these already? I'm confused. Hold on now.
It was a corporation. A group of people not unlike a tribe. And they made machines.
Yeah, go on.
I've uploaded some data files to
Oh.
Focus. They'll help you understand.
Okay, good. So these were supposed to be things we get. Okay, I thought for a second the game bugged, and like I got some info early that I wasn't supposed to, but never mind, it's Mystery Caller who just texted those in. That's fine. So yeah, let's this is a lore dump, everybody, so strap your boots in. Let's read through these. This is a straight up bio about Elizabeth Sobeck. We gotta read this. This is like the answers we're looking for. Elizabeth Sobeck, born March 11th, 2020, is an American scientist, roboticist, and engineer widely regarded as one of the greatest minds of the 21st century. Born and raised outside Carson City, Nevada, she enrolled at Stanford University at age 13, earning a BS in experimental physics and computer science at age 16. Okay, that's very impressive from Ms. Sobeck. Good heavens. Real prodigy right there. She completed her PhD in robotics and artificial intelligence design at Carnegie Mellon University in 2040, when she was only 20 years old, yikes, and joined Faro Automated Solutions as a junior scientist the same year, rising quickly to chief scientist at the age of 22. Over the next 8 years, her green robot designs played a vital role in realizing the environmental cleanup and detoxification efforts of the clawback decade, propelling FAS to the forefront of its field. In 2048, she suddenly resigned from FAS, protesting the company's pivot to automated military technologies. Aha! Well, I'm not going to start speculating yet, because we do have an actual bio on FAS, so we'll read that in a second, but interesting. In 2049, she founded Miriam Technologies, a firm devoted to life-positive robotics and other technologies. Miriam has since become one of the world's largest suppliers of green robots, winning numerous awards and accolades, including the 2053 Nobel Prize for Physics and the 2056 Rachel Carson Award for Environmental Progress. Now, of course, Aloy's reading this and is like, I do not understand half of these words. But, you know, we can make sense. Ted Faro is the Faro guy, I assume? Let's see. Theodore Ted Faro, born December 24th, 2013, is an American entrepreneur and business magnate. He is the founder of Faro Automated Solutions, FAS, the largest corporation of all time, the world's wealthiest individual, and the first ever trillionaire. Yay, good for you. Is a company of 25,000 the largest corporation in the world? I don't actually know. I don't know what the stats are. I was about to say, like, how about, like, Amazon? Because they have all those, like, warehouse workers, but then I realized freaking... those are, you know... glorified serfs, basically. Are those counted? I don't know how that even works. My heart out to all the Amazon employees out there forced to do that grueling job, please. I hope you guys get better working conditions. There you go. Just quick right there. But yeah, I don't know. Like, if you counted all those people, wouldn't that be over 25,000? They've got, like, you know, worldwide places, Amazon, so, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, born and raised in Salt Lake City, Utah, he enrolled at the University of California, Los Angeles, where he studied business for 2 years before dropping out in 2033 to start FAS. Though it struggled at first, the company broke through at the end of the troubled 2030s, with its popular lines of personal servitors and bodyguard bots, then exploded when its famous line of green robots led to the race to solve the climate crisis during the 2040s clawback. At the end of that decade, FAS opened a military defense branch, dominating the world market for automated military platforms by 2053. The success of FAS has made Mr. Faro the world's best-known businessman, one of its most sought-after speakers, and a major voice in politics, culture, and international affairs. Good heavens, and freaking Sobek was going to meet Faro? Here? Like, that was the vibe here, right? Which is like, ooh, well, of course she's also, like, brilliant, apparently, so I guess she could meet, like, the world's biggest businessman, yeah. Alright, let's talk about FAS itself. Faro Automated Solutions, FAS, is an American multinational corporate entity that produces robots for all walks of life, though its core business consists of military and defense contracts. As of 2063, FAS has ranked number 1 among the Fortune 5 by gross revenue and profit for 10 years in a row, a world record. Founded in 2033 by Theodore Ted Faro, an entrepreneur from Salt Lake City, Utah, the company developed several promising robot prototypes in its early years but failed to break into markets dominated by then-industry giants like General Synthetics and RE Corp. This changed in 2038 with the debut of the Alfred line of levitating personal servitors, which generated exceptional sales, lifting the company under the Fortune 50 for the first time. Profits tripled in the 2040s as the company's environmental efforts, led by famed engineer Elizabeth Sobek, catapulted FAS to the head of that sector. In 2049, in the wake of successful green and climate cleanup efforts around the globe, worldwide approval ratings of FAS exceeded 90%, and founder Ted Faro was hailed across media and social networks as the man who saved the world. Yet it was the emergence of FAS as a military contractor in the late 2040s that cemented its status as the world's wealthiest corporation, with a record market capitalization of over $23 trillion. By 2055, FAS controlled 61% of the market share for automated military platforms, holding contracts with 353 nations, transgovernmental organizations, and corporate entities. Today, its holdings exceed the second largest corporations, FB Mobihal Global, by 321%. Jesus! That's a huge company. That's alarming. I mean, apparently they saved the world by fixing climate change with their robots, so good on you, but that's still incredibly alarming. Also, let's see. Corporation. Noun. Corporation. An association of individuals created under authority of law having existence, powers, and liabilities distinct from those of its members. In a business sense, a corporation is usually owned by shareholders through the sale of or distribution of stock, who profit from such ownership, vote at designated times for its governance, and designate executives who run its affairs. Most corporations engage in one or more industries to produce goods or offer services for profit, and may in turn own other corporations, companies, or property as holdings. Once again, Aloy's like, this means nothing to me. Like that whole, it's like a tribe explanation from Mystery Voice was by far more sensible. It's like a tribe, but they're working to line the pockets of the guys on the top. Actually, I don't know if even lining the pockets would make sense. They're trying to get the best loot, the best animal skins, up to the people at the top. Why? Because, good question. Because they've been told it's cool to do that. Guess that's how it works. Oh, we gotta go to Ted Faro's office now. Good heavens. This is exciting. First, I'm gonna loot this part. Let's go see what crazy swag there is to be found in his office.
There's no smell to it. Not even Old Death. Nothing natural.
And I haven't seen any mummified bodies either, unlike, that first place we fell into at the very start of the game as young Aloy. Like, was this place completely abandoned when the end happened?
Another cave-in. But I could get through.
There is something to analyze here. What do we have? It's a complaint from J. Friedkin to... Okay, let's see. Hey, reception, if that is your real name. Wanna know who scheduled Indo-Malay right next to Fresh Grounds? That would be me, Senior VP of Sales. Wanna know why? After that little hair-pulling incident, both sides increased their bids by 40%. I'll explain, because your receptionist-level brain probably requires it. Those two sides are fighting. And what do we sell? That's right, combat machines. We want them to hate each other. So they will try to fight each other with what? That's right again, combat machines, which they will pay us a lot of money for. So I suggest you go back to serving coffee with a blank smile and let me do my much more complicated job. Thanks a bunch, Mr. Friedkin to you. Huh, I would love to see what the original message is that he's replying to. Unfortunately, it's not available here because... Jeez. Okay, so yeah, that's like confirmation. This was a really messed up company at the end. Because now it's just straight up war profiteering, which I guess was the natural outcome of a weapons manufacturer. So tragic. You could have been the good guys. You could have been the guys who stopped climate change, but then you became this. And now I'm gonna guess part of the reason Aloy lives in the world she does is because of... Okay, all good, all good. Oh.
I can use that as a ramp to get back up.
Oh, that's kind of funny. I wasn't supposed to land on the outside of that. Thankfully, this ramp is here, apparently for dinguses like me. And also, a good thing I fell, because there's another thing to scan right here. What do we got? A reception log. Ooh. Wow, I actually missed this. Good thing that I came back here. Okay. Oh, actually, this is going to explain exactly what was going on, see, because Indo-Malay here. Let's see. So, on July 7th, 2064, at 9:54 a.m., Field Commander Dying of the Indo-Malay Agricultural Combine, IMAC, arrived with his delegation. Refreshments to be served before their 10:15 a.m. sales presentation on the Chariot line. Per instructions, food will be vegetarian only. Oh, that's very, very thoughtful of them. 10:07 a.m. Sander Agnew, Vice President of Territorial Integrity from Fresh Grounds Coffee Global, arrived with his entourage. Refreshments to be served before their 10:30 a.m. sales presentation on the Chariot line. Per instructions, we'll use Fresh Grounds Tacoma blend, no artificial creamers. Oh my god. Fresh Grounds coffee? I didn't even stop to think about that in the original message. What the heck Fresh Grounds means. 10:12 a.m. So that happened. Called security and janitorial to clean up the coffee that was spilled. Actually, more like thrown. I wasn't aware that the Indo-Malay Combine grows coffee beans, and that Fresh Grounds' acquisition team has tried to take their fields by force repeatedly. I think Commandant Daing had Agnew by the hair for a second there. Who schedules these things? I'm gonna drop a line to sales. This can't happen again. Yikes, so this makes the 2064 timeline look even darker, because that wasn't even a territorial conflict between two sovereign nations that the Faro Industries was profiteering on. That's too like freaking agriculture and like
We can climb here.
like production, like that's two companies basically fighting it out. Well, okay, so the Combine thing, that sounded a little vague. I'm not a hundo on like was that like the Indo-Malay thing. I'm not a hundo. Was that exactly a company or like some kind of like national, transnational like group? That's not exactly a company, but Fresh Grounds was definitely a company. So that was like a corporation going to war with possibly another corporation, and yeah, again, whatever the Indo-Malay thing was. And apparently freaking... Okay, how am I gonna craft my way over there now? Let's have a look. Like, apparently, like, in the future, in 2063, freaking violence, like these disputes are now so on the nose that, like, they're just straight up using combat robots to fight each other. There we go, we can climb this pipe. Okay. Drop down, because I think I need to get to the right there. There we go, now I got it. At first I thought that was just a visual guide on where to go, but nope. Hooah! Made it. So yeah, despite apparently climate change being greatly fought back in the mid 2000s of this universe, which, you know, fingers crossed we might get something similar done in our universe, please. Anyway, things were not still great if, like, that's the kind of, like, skullduggery that was, like, you know, at least somehow like, proper at the time, because they were freaking just cool with corporations buying giant death machines to help in the acquisition of freaking coffee beans. My goodness, that's the grimmest part. Spiritual Summit from Ted Faro. Paula, recent events have sharpened my perspective, and I think that I, and FAS in general, have been neglecting the spiritual side of things. Not under any specific religious framework, of course, but in a more general sense, as in not giving enough thought to our shared values, hopes, and aspirations for the afterlife. I'd like you to reach out to religious leaders of every stripe with the intention of scheduling a conference soon. Very soon. I'll have more thoughts about the agenda later, but for now, let's put out some feelers and see if we can lock something in. Make it a big tent. No cooks, but anyone with a credible audience. Let's go deluxe. Make it clear we'll spare no expense. Thanks, Ted. Yikes. I don't like the sound of Spiritual Summit here, and I don't like his motivations. I'm because this guy is not sure what to think about this guy yet. Although apparently he was still working here. Like, did that mention when it was? Where was it? Did it say the year? It doesn't tell the year when he sent this, but like, maybe we can safely assume he was still in the company in 2060 whatever, when they were military robot manufacturers, so he must have been okay with all of this shady death machine business. So that's why I'm a little worried about him being like, let me get involved with religion. FAS campus log. High priority alert. Automated log note. All non-essential systems have entered hibernation. High priority alert. Full lockdowns have been initiated. High priority alert. Due to the increasing frequency of violent protests targeting the campus, the security of FAS employees can no longer be guaranteed. Therefore, we have taken the difficult decision to shutter this facility indefinitely. Staff will be briefed on a block-by-block basis regarding proper procedure for archiving and/or disposal of project-related data and materials. High Sec and a crisis team will then conduct exit review before all areas are locked down. Aha, so that's why there's no bodies here. This place was actually abandoned. At some point. High priority alert. Priority messaging to all staff in E and F blocks. Treat the current lockdown situation as an exercise, but do not attempt to release the hatches or otherwise exit the buildings. Oh, so hang on. So there were people stuck inside here after all. Let's see. High priority alert. A reminder that while high-sec personnel remain committed to employee safety during the current unfortunate events, personal firearms must be relinquished when presenting for identity scan. Yikes, the things were a little, high tension here. High priority alert. Additional public access roads en route to the campus have now been closed to relieve waiting time at the outer security cordons. HighSec reminds all staff that the campus remains off limits to the public. But there was still staff here. They weren't, they hadn't emptied the place. Okay. High priority alert. Following recent campus security issues, all staff are reminded that presenting for identity scan and displaying your security badge prominently at all times for image analytics are both mandatory. High priority alert. In light of recent acts of terrorism directed at the rapid transit system, HighSec now offers a Big Brother initiative to accompany staff traveling from off-site. Sign-up is required and strongly encouraged. Okay, it has gotten really dark at some point. 48 more entries in high priority. Additional entries corrupted. Okay.
So people were angry at Faro. The corporation. They blamed this place for something. Something bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm fairly safe in saying that Faro were not the good guys at the end. Despite any considerable contributions to stopping global warming, I'm gonna say these guys were not good. What the heck do you suppose this thing is?
The ACA-3 Scarab combines convenient and information warfare capabilities in one package.
The Corruptor.
Designed for high-speed, all-terrain reconnaissance. It boasts the world's highest survivability rating of any Scout-class autonomous agent. Maybe it's the Scarab's emergency biomass conversion systems that ensure it always makes it back to base, even if fuel supply lines have been interdicted. Or maybe it's the Scarab's ability to slave enemy robots to its own network.
That was
That's force multiplication. Add a prehensile manipulator arm that can handle a host of functions, from 360-degree less lethal riot management to surgical repairs of Allied chariot line models, and you've got the workhorse of any cutting-edge peacekeeping fleet.
The Corruptor. Slave enemy robots to its own network. Sounds like it's talking about how it corrupts machines.
Yeah, that was an actual intended function for this thing when it was originally designed. That's kind of wacky, I'm gonna say. I did not expect that. I thought it was like shall we say, a corruption in its programming. But okay, so it was designed to hijack machines, and apparently it can also repair chariots, which I don't look forward to seeing if we fight a Scarab and a chariot at the same time. Is that thing actually going to be able to medic up the big boy? I mean, altogether, an encounter with those two would be awful. But, we'll see.
The BOR-7 Horus.
The what?
Imagine your complete engagement ecosystem comprehensively managed by a high-speed learning machine network. Whether your need is to replace battlefield losses or intensify force projection, the Horus's onboard manufacturing capabilities mean you'll never get stuck waiting for the next arms delivery. Simply redefine your force parameters, and the Horus will fabricate additional units.
Oh my god.
To fill the ranks for an affordable per-unit licensing fee. Meanwhile, the biomass conversion systems of other Chariot line models allow them to keep the Horus fueled, repaired, and ready, extending its operational tolerances beyond that of any competing Titan-class platform.
Oh my god.
That's the Horus advantage. Always regulating, always ready. The future of automated warfare made real today.
The Metal Devil. These were Faro machines too.
That's what the...
Manufacturing capabilities. They can make more of themselves. Then how would you ever stop them?
Oh, I was gonna say that's a yet unseen enemy, which could very easily be the final boss, for all things considered. A giant robot-building weapons platform robot thing? Oh my god, that's both amazing and terrifying to think about me having to fight that thing. But not only that, it's the Metal Devil, was that? Okay, I'm trying to see maybe what's going on here a little bit. So the Metal Devil tried to attack that place at the mountain where, you know, we tried to access. Definitely sounds like, you know, because we might safely assume that maybe Elizabeth Sobek is... Look, let me just... Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know there's, like, dungeon maps. I can't get the world map, unfortunately, but, okay, never mind. I think it's safe to assume that maybe Elizabeth Sobek was at the other company that's in that, or something like, you know, she might have been at that other place, you know, where Aloy was found, in the mountain of the Nora tribe. And that's where the Metal Devil attacked. So, my theory from everything we've gathered here is that Faro Solutions went after Sobek with the Horus, and something went wrong and the world ended. I mean, maybe the world ended, you know, maybe it had nothing to do with that, but maybe there was just like crazy corporate warfare going on, and freaking Horus was attacking that spot, and I'm gonna guess, like, Sobek was there, is my vibe. Good heavens. I'm so glad I came to this room, that we get all these interesting, robot analyses.
The FSP-5 Khopesh provides a one-size-fits-all solution to main battle force capability.
Cool.
Metamaterial construction delivers unmatched recoil dampening, allowing you to field any weapon package that conforms to your budget needs and conflict resolution profile. Patented biomass conversion systems allow extended emergency operations with minimal environmental impact. Multilinear target processing provides simultaneous real-time threat analysis and legal review for autonomous domestic operations. Or control can be slaved to the swarm's neural network for weapons-free force application. Either way, when it's time to call out the big guns, it's time to call Khopesh.
The Deathbringer. So this was the heavy hitter. Main battle force indeed.
I see. Very interesting. Also, Egyptian theme going on here. You know, at first I thought that thing was called the Chariot, but it sounds more like Chariot is more like a name for all of these things as a whole. But then there's Scarab, Khopesh, and Horus. That's a lot of Egyptian imagery. Fascinating. Is Faro an Egyptian name? Do you think Ted Faro might be an Egyptian born man? Maybe that would explain the theme, or maybe they just thought it sounds cool. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this was fascinating. I love this. Getting some explanations. And this kind of confirms what I was thinking, that, yeah, because these are relics from the before times, these were just general duty combat machines, which is why they're not doing the animal emulation thing. I wonder what happened to cause the animal emulation thing that the modern machines have. That's still a mystery to be answered. Did the AI itself go crazy, or was it some planned thing? Did the AI go crazy when they were attacking Sobek's place, or was that indeed planned by Faro Solutions, and then the AI becoming animalistic, something that happened later?
What's left of it?
So many questions, so little time, and I don't think we're going to get answers to all of that here yet. Because, you know, I think, you know, standard writing would be to leave a certain amount of, like, mysteries to be solved still as we go on. But, you know, at this point we're getting some answers to the mystery of what was happening.
Gonna be a long way up. Frozen metal most of the way.
Oh gosh.
Making this easy, Dr. Sobek.
We're going a little long here today because we're like, I think we're done with the episode time, but like, this isn't a great moment to stop, and I...
If plants can find a way to hang on up here, guess I can too.
I would certainly appreciate to be able to finish this whole lore area. Oh, no, hold on. Yeah, we'll climb, but first I want to see what's over here. Oh, okay. Yep. Oh, okay. Okay, this was the right way.
The chill's gonna keep me alert.
Apparently, okay. I'm a little confused, but sure, let's go this way. I wonder if I missed some really fancy treasure. A voice call. Regarding the rumors. Okay, let's listen.
This began when they engaged in unauthorized offensive operations against robots and human personnel of the Hearts Timor Energy Combine.
Ooh.
Now, I wish that I could relate that the crisis has been exaggerated, but it's not. The Peacekeepers have not responded to stand-down codes, and by all signs, they appear to be replicating at a precipitous rate.
Okay.
Now, what I can promise you, can absolutely assure you, is that I am already devoting every possible resource towards reaching a speedy conclusion to this issue. So when you hear the bad talk about us against this company in the days, maybe weeks to come, just bear in mind that we will get past this. That a day's coming when none of this will matter.
Peacekeepers. That's what they called their machines. They were built for war, not peace.
Yikes. Okay, that's confirmation that something went wrong with the AI right there. That was not part of the plan. Like, they started self-replicating. I mean, which I guess they could already do, but it was supposed to be controlled by... Faro, I assume. But then, like, yeah, something went a little bad, you could say. And now we're here. The robots went crazy. Oh, you can't help it with robots sometimes. Sometimes they just go crazy. There we go. Isn't that kind of the plot of that new anime that's playing right now, 86 as well? I mean, there's more to it, obviously, but also, like... isn't the plot that the robots went crazy in that as well and are now a autonomous force, just like... But I don't remember, were they replicating in that? I only watched a couple of episodes. I wasn't sure about that show, so I didn't watch it more than, like, the first couple of episodes. But I think... I've been reading good stuff about it, so I might have to take another look at that show. Because, you know, freaking robots at least. I do know that apparently the robots were supposed to eventually shut down in that series. They had a programmed shutdown protocol in them, so that's why they're only supposed to fight for so many years, apparently. I wouldn't be surprised if the plot ends up being, oh no, they've managed to circumvent the automated shutdown thingy. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, and then they have to deal with the situation. But that's speculation. Like I said, I've only seen the couple of episodes, so do not consider that a spoiler if you are watching it yourself, because I have no insight. What do we got here? There we go. I should probably use those rocks, by the way. Like, you can, you know, distract enemies, get them to move somewhere else, right? I haven't really been doing that. Maybe another one of my failings of not using my many tools at my disposal. Okay. We're not really in a bunker, by the way, anymore. This is, of course, we're now exposed. But yeah, I guess it wasn't supposed to be a fallout shelter. Why are the walls so... Why, not walls, why are the doors such crazy super vault doors? It's kind of a crazy decor for a factory, or a facility, a company, a business building. Okay. Yep. I did it. Oh no, rain in snow? That sucks. That's like worst possible combo of weather. Oh man, look at all these health potions I'm getting. These might save my bacon. Once more, more of them Kopeshes come at me. More of any of the chariots, really. Okay, what do we got here? Banda C incident from Stacy Anders. Okay. What are these? Oh, it's the thing we learned about the machines, yeah. From Stacy Anders to Robert Rescher, subject Dolphin Vid. Bob, another problem to add to our big steaming pile. Apparently, a fisherman in the Banda Sea captured video of a Hearts Timor Horus unit refueling via biomatter conversion along the shoreline of Pulau Wetar. On a pod of endangered dolphins, no less. Quite possibly the last of their kind. Not to get graphic, but it looks like what happens inside a blender, as if the robot was whipping up a big pink swirling milkshake of dolphin chum. Our suppression team has scrubbed it from 43 networks, but it's still propagating, so it's only a matter of time before it goes viral. Prepared statement feels grossly insufficient. Any suggestions? This one's a real stinker. Yeah, we did also kind of learn that from reading all that data about the 3 chariot units. Like, they have biomass conversion, which is also very, very scary, which means the robots apparently can use organic matter for fuel, and...
All it takes is a few good handholds.
Apparently that Timor case there just indicated what the...
Made it. Wonder what we'll find.
What some of the worst case scenarios could be for using that for healing. Why is there a giant V on the ground? It's kind of odd. Supply crate over there. I'm going to take a look at that before I open up that. I'm not even sure what that is, but or if it opens, but I'm going to take a look. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's not supposed to be a V. Maybe it's just a shape. Good heavens, this view. Do we have the map? We still have... Okay, we still have this local map. I would have liked to have the world map, so I could get a vibe on where we are. But... Okay. Okay, what are you? Some kind of computer?
All data has been erased from this device. Do you wish to deploy alpha privileges to recover purged data?
Oh yes, I believe I do.
Oh.
A file has been recovered.
Well, they didn't do a good job of purging the data, if I was able to recover it. Of course, that's how deleting data does work. Like, it, until it's overwritten, it doesn't actually disappear.
Good to, It's been years.
Where's your legal team, Ted?
No need. I dropped all 18 lawsuits the moment you landed. I assume your data confirms this.
Alright, this promises to be interesting.
Perhaps we could have lunch brought in. You know, get reacquainted.
I know you, Ted. You screwed something up, something big, or you wouldn't have eaten the crow necessary to get me here. So, spit it out.
There's a glitch in the chariot line.
You're keeping the robots?
Peacekeepers, yes, those.
So shut them down.
Obviously, Liz, we would, if we could. They're not responding.
Are you telling me a swarm has gone rogue, Ted?
It's worse than that.
Show me the data then. And we'll take that lunch. Alone.
Ted
Okay.
Faro brought Elizabeth Sobek here.
Yeah.
But they hated each other.
Okay.
Another file has been recovered.
Another one? Yeah, sounds like Ted was there hoping that Elizabeth could I guess her robot knowledge, she could stop the rogue robots.
This
Let's see.
isn't a glitch. It's a catastrophe.
Fully aware. It's bad.
Bad?
Jesus, Liz.
It's not bad, Ted. It's apocalyptic. You built a line of killer robots
Peacekeepers.
that consume biomass as fuel,
In emergencies.
and you made them capable of self-replication.
Limited, self-manufacture, controlled.
Not anymore. The glitch severed chain of command. The only nation this swarm answers to now is itself.
You think I did?
Everything else is just food. And at the rate it's replicating, Ted, it will strip the Earth bare in 15 months.
Oh my god.
We're not talking fall of civilization. We're talking extinction.
I get it, Liz. So how do I stop it while it's contained?
It's not contained. It can't be.
You know what I mean?
Right. Before the truth gets out, you mean?
Liz, I will do anything you say. Keep working it, and whatever you recommend, I'll do.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Ted.
Oh man, I'm getting chills. That's so scary. That's like some gray goo type of horror.
Robots threatened all life on Earth. But somehow she defeated them. The world of the old ones fell, but life went on, or we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Something
final phone has been recovered.
something went okay, although clearly since they're self-replicating and cool with consuming biological life, I did not, realize that before today. The fact that the Eclipse is digging them out of the ground is not great. Cause what if one of them decides to self-replicate again? Although I guess only the Horus can do that. But what if they decide to dig up a Horus? What if there's more than one? More than just a Middle Devil? Oh yeah, like I said, that's some prime final boss material. Which would be awesome and terrifying, fighting that thing.
Project Zero Dawn. Jesus, Liz. There has to be another way.
If there were a nicer way to fix your mess, I would have proposed it.
But this? This? When I asked you to find a cure, I didn't expect it to be worse than the disease.
It's not, Ted. It may be grim, but it's our only chance. Now sign the proposal.
Sign it? I can't sign that.
Yes, you can.
That? Liz, I cannot in good conscience sign that.
You've got a choice, Ted.
I know.
I am speaking to you from a VTOL en route to U.S. Robot Command. In 15 minutes, I meet with General Harris and the rest of the Joint Chiefs.
What? Are you crazy?
Now your choice is what I tell them. Sign, and I'll tell them the wealthiest corporation on Earth has guaranteed the funds necessary to build Zero Dawn. Exactly as I've designed it. Or don't sign, and I will make sure they and everyone else on this planet knows the real cause of the glitch.
Jesus, Liz. You don't have to threaten me. I'll sign.
Huh.
Look on the bright side, Ted. From here on out, you get to do what you've always been good at. Footing the bill while others get their hands dirty.
God forgive me.
What made her solution so terrible? What did she do to stop the robots?
Oh man.
Executive access detected. Express lift opened.
If I had to guess... Okay, first of all, Zero Dawn, nice title drop. Hooray, she said the name of the thing. Yay. Some kind of technological reset? Like, maybe like global EMP or something? Something to that case? Basically, a conscious decision to cause the apocalypse, which is like, yikes. Now, okay, it can't be a global EMP because there is still all this stuff like kind of functioning. So I don't know, but yeah. Wow. Chilling stuff.
This doesn't add up. Sobek couldn't have been my mother. She lived ages ago. All this searching, and I'm still no closer.
That's your reaction to everything you've just learned? To whine like a spoiled child?
You should really try talking that way to me face to face.
As you wish.
Oh, shit.
Do you really have no idea how monumental are the discoveries you just made, Aloy? I expected more of you.
So, you have a face. Got a name to go with it?
Of all the questions you could ask right now, that's the one you choose.
Come on, it's just polite.
I've spent decades searching the ruins of the old ones, trying to solve the mystery of what happened to them. For years, I've suspected that Faro robots destroyed their civilization, but I could never confirm it. And in minutes, you uncover more ancient knowledge than I have in a lifetime, and what you want to know is my name. Silence. That's my name. Now, why don't you try asking another question? Something less trivial.
Where to begin? Let's be a little aggro here. Why don't we?
You're so smart. Why do you know so little after a lifetime scratching around in the dirt? It's not my fault you're bad at what you do.
Jesus.
I came to these ruins looking for
I know what I
Elizabeth
picked.
Sobek, not because of the things she did centuries ago, but because people are trying to kill me right now, today. I've got bigger problems to deal with than your crap.
Congratulations. You just graduated from whining to throwing a temper tantrum. I'm sure Elizabeth would be proud. You need to get a grip on yourself and start thinking straight. Only then will you see just how big your problems really are.
What exactly are you talking about?
You've chased a personal riddle into a crowd of larger mysteries. The common thread is your connection to Elizabeth Sobek.
But what is that connection? She couldn't have been my mother if she lived centuries ago.
We don't know the connection yet. The only way to find out is to keep going, to keep making discoveries. Thanks to you, we've only just now learned that Faro robots once threatened to end life on Earth.
But it didn't happen. The old one's civilization was destroyed, but life was saved.
Obviously. So, what did Elizabeth do? How did she stop the robots before all was lost?
What was Project Zero Dawn?
Exactly the question. Now, are you ready to go get the answer?
Of course I am.
Then why are you still standing here?
Because I'm talking to you. I have questions.
Not so fast, Silence. You've got some explaining to do.
I've told you quite enough. If you still got questions, be quick about it and stop wasting my time.
Jesus, come on. Who is Hades? That's a good place to start.
So far as I can tell, the Eclipse are just following orders. It's Hades who wants me dead. Who is he?
I don't know. The Eclipse describe him as a buried shadow, some kind of devil.
That thing that spoke to me outside, that made that focus explode. That was Hades? It didn't seem like a person or a machine. More like a phantom. With a terrible voice.
All that's certain is that he wants you dead.
Yikes.
Because of my connection to Elizabeth. Has to be.
Hades is using the Eclipse to resurrect Faro robots.
But if Elizabeth found a way to stop them centuries ago, if she made special weapons, maybe Hades is worried I'll do the same thing.
In some of the ancient data I've recovered, there are hints of so-called super weapons being developed. Maybe to stop the robots, the civilization of the old ones had to destroy itself. Now, if that's enough talking, be on your way.
Oh no. I'm just getting started. You've been getting a free ride on my focus, risking nothing while I risk everything.
That's a good point.
All I have to do is take this thing off my head, and you'll be blind, deaf, and dumb. So quit complaining and answer my questions.
Very well. Proceed.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about Faro robots. Yeah, I wonder, could Hades be like the AI on board a Horus robot that's just waiting to be unburied? I wonder. Or is it just a separate AI? Because if you can't tell, I'm really hoping we get a stupid big fight against the Horus robot. As freaking hard as that's gonna be, that would be so awesome fighting that thing.
You said you've known for some time that Faro war machines destroyed the civilization of the old ones.
The evidence pointed that way. But until now, I never knew the full scope of their danger. That they could process organic matter into fuel, or that the Horus class could manufacture more robots. Like a cauldron on legs.
Is that what a cauldron
the robots
is?
we've seen so far, the corruptors and deathbringers, they
Oh.
don't do those things.
Not yet, anyway. So far, we haven't encountered any that are undamaged. At full power, who knows what they're capable of?
I like the games like, well, surely you've been to a cauldron by now, so we'll just talk about them casually, while I, supreme idiot that I am, I've yet to even go to a single one. Okay, so cauldrons are where the robots come out from, by the sounds of it. So we probably want to check one of those out at some point. But, okay, yeah. So, what's your game here, Silence?
Who are you, Silence? And what are your intentions?
You really need to make this personal? I'm a lone wanderer who left his tribe behind a long time ago. An explorer of forbidden places, a searcher of lost knowledge. Exactly as I said.
Why do you know so much about the eclipse?
I happen to know a lot about a lot of things. If what you're really asking is whether I work for the Eclipse or anyone else, I don't. I am nothing if not independent.
Cool. Now how are you tracking my
You've
focus?
been using my focus to spy on me. How is that possible?
Every focus emits a signal, a voice, that only other focuses can hear. I know how to string those voices together, how to make them talk to each other, to communicate, even over vast distances.
How do you learn to do that?
Years of study and experimentation. In principle, it's not so different from how you override machines. I override focuses,
And you can spy through other eclipses' focuses too.
usually. All I'll say is that overriding the connections is complicated.
Yeah. Okay then. Yeah, so they were some kind of like communication device that Faro was building back in the day. That's what we learned going through these ruins. But yeah, now they're these things. Yeah. So Elizabeth Sobek, let's get some data on her still. Could she still be alive?
Is there any chance that Elizabeth Sobek could still be alive somehow?
It's highly unlikely, but not impossible. Some of the ancient data I've recovered includes mentions of life extension techniques. Pharmaceuticals, mostly, an ancient word for medicine. But some were still trying to perfect ways of freezing and unfreezing people.
Freezing and unfreezing people?
Yeah.
Cryogenics, they called it. But there were problems with it. Given Elizabeth's technological acumen, I can't definitively rule out that she found a way to make herself immortal. But this is speculation. Wasting time.
I really love that the game itself is like, well, we can clearly see what they were capable of back in the day, so let's just call out the obvious that there might be cryogenics or some other tech that could have preserved her. Like, and the characters themselves being smart enough to realize that. That's really cool. Alright, I'm done. Good talk, Silence.
Elizabeth told Ted Faro she was headed for a place called U.S. Robot Command to tell people about Zero Dawn.
The place still exists as a ruin. The Asuram call it the Grave-Hoard.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Grave-Hoard. Cheery name.
Exactly.
You'll find it in the eastern mountains, buried under the tangled coils of a metal devil, or a BOR-7 Horus, rather, as we're learning to call them. I'll contact you when you get there.
I can't wait.
Yay.
Someday we'll meet in person, and your manners had better be improved.
Okay, are we going for a crazy rappel? Let's see.
Well, getting
Whee!
down will be a lot faster than getting up there, at least.
Oh, that didn't
US
feel...
Robot Command next, to learn the secrets of Zero Dawn.
Did not feel nearly as crazy huge of a fall as I thought it would be. Oh, here we go. Yay! Level 18 reached. Great. Okay, I'm gonna end here for today. I'm just gonna get... This was the skill I wanted to get. Expert Carver, so we get more supplies. Oh, I still have 1 point left. Goodness. So we get better gear from all the things we loot. Including, hopefully, that boar bone. That's right now becoming very necessary. We're still here. Faro Solutions. I really would like to look at the world map already, but... Funny how that goes in all these video game worlds. It's such a travel to get to a place, but then when you exit, it's suddenly very easy. Kind of a waste of a sharp arrow there. Hey, rat bone. Yummy.
Snow. It's not getting any warmer out here.
Okay. Oh, come on. You assholes are still out here? Oh, no. Okay, well, this is where we call it for today, because, yeah. Cool. I didn't even realize we're back here, but yeah, this is where I climbed up. The Deathbringer's corpse is around the corner over there. Next time, I try to make my escape from here, and these guys are gonna do their damnedest to stop me, aren't they? Yeah. That's how it always goes. So, this was exciting. I super loved all the lore that we learned today. Such good stuff. Really, really makes this world exciting and everything. Can't wait to continue our adventures, which now we have the world map! Hooray! So that's where we're gonna be heading. Oh my god, that's right near the Frozen Wild place. Oh no! It's gonna be scary. We're gonna hit up one of the cauldrons on the way. Lovely! Well, isn't that gonna be an exciting journey? I should probably use a fast travel pack, actually, to save a little bit on time, shouldn't I? Maybe, yeah. Although I should probably go take care of Aaron's business first. Look at that, it's level 15. Much better. Actually, can I just use a fast travel pack when I'm here? Well, you know what? Like I said, we're going to do that next time. We're going to figure that out next time. Because I am closing it for today. And can't wait to find out what else we learn next time. So, look forward to that, guys. Bye-bye!